Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and this is the birth chart for David. Is it David Harbour? There he is. And he recently was in the news for a breakup with his wife of 5 years. So let's start there. You can see right here his Venus is at 26 degrees. And Uranus has recently went back into Taurus. It would have crossed over that Venus in the last couple years, where he probably started to have trouble. I don't know all the details, but now it just recently came back into Taurus. So now we see that seemingly is finalized. Does that mean that if you have Uranus going over your Venus, that you're going to go through a divorce? Not necessarily. But that would be a pretty big indicator of a divorce or a change in your relationship. And we can see he has it there. He's a sun in Aries, a moon in Aries, Jupiter and Mercury as well. We don't have the birth time. We do see that he is a Pluto trine Mars, with Mars at 29 degrees, the same 29 degrees that I have. And I read here, with all of this Aries and Uranus being in Scorpio, Mars at 29 degrees, trining Pluto. It says here that he participated in gambling. Fire sign, Aries, all that fire, gambling. At underground poker clubs in New York City when he was young. And he knew the gangster. Teddy KGB from the movie Rounders. That would be Mars at 29 degrees for sure. Definitely a Pluto Mars type experience. But look at this. New York, attended Byram Hills High School in New York, along with two other famous actors. Then he went to Dartmouth College, where he participated in a fraternity. And that's definitely a Mars and Aquarius type thing as well, a fraternity. He would definitely got to know people that would have helped him in his life. We see the life coming to a head there with the Neptune conjunct the North Node in Sagittarius, really symbolizing the drama, being involved in drama, being an actor, and really having things work out for that in this life here, with the North Node conjunct the planet, and that planet being Neptune. We could also see some indication that this Venus would end up in some kind of divorce, this transit to Venus with Uranus, because Uranus is in Scorpio. And often those Scorpio themes can really lead to things like divorce. So that gives us a little bit of a clue to what, if we were looking at predicting, that gives us a little bit of a clue here, as that Uranus transits the Venus. See if there's anything else with that we can get into with this guy. He's known for his role as a CIA agent. Again, Mars. Greg Beam. He was Greg Beam in Quantum of Solace. Oh, he looks a lot different in this photo. Law and Order. So a lot of themes around this police. As I said, he knew some underground gangsters in New York City in his real life. Oftentimes with these actors and actresses, you see their astrology, or what they what they're into in their real life, it kind of just comes true in their acting life. They get stuck in these roles, and they really can't. A lot of them can't get out of them, except for the big ones that have play so many different roles. Not much else here. Struggled with alcoholism in his past. Says he's been sober since he was 24 after hitting rock bottom. Homelessness, loneliness, and thoughts of suicide. There's that Neptune North Node again. So he seems to have transformed that around the age of 24. And that would have been somewhere around where Pluto hits this Uranus point here. And then Pluto would have went over his North Node. There's Pluto. And that's probably where he would have found his acting success, or the beginning of it. At 26, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Let's take a look at that bipolar disorder. Potentially, this Mars in Aquarius could be something that correlates with bipolar disorder. But even more so, specifically because it's making a square to Uranus, an exact square. A mental health condition. He would have been diagnosed at a young age with that really moving to a square within 1 degree there. And then, of course, we have the Mercury, possibly a Mercury-Jupiter-Moon conjunction. It's a lot contacting that Mercury. Mercury being the left brain, the mind, the thinking. He does have South Node in Gemini as well. And we see the Venus moving towards that South Node. So we would expect some good fortune in this life coming at some point, which he probably already had being an actor. We see Venus moving towards a sextile, a 60-degree opportunistic aspect there. So moving towards that, meaning you can see it's 9 degrees away. Some point in the life, we have this nice Jupiter-Venus sextile. So I'm going to leave it there for now. And subscribe, like, and thanks for watching.